Hi, this is Liz from Liz Music and Things here, coming at you with a Heroclix unboxing. So this one is actually courtesy of my friend Emily. Thank you so much, Emily. So this one is the Batman and Catwoman combo figure. So as you can see, it's got both of them together on the same sculpt. Okay, let's see. Let's open this up here. Alright, so just going to close this up again and then have that sitting there while I show you the actual figure. I'll show you the actual. Okay, so here is Catwoman and Batman together. So as many of you may know, they have been they've been enemies, but at the same time they've been lovers in the comic. So while Catwoman is kind of a villain, she does kind of do some crimes and do bad things. At the same time, Batman's always had a soft spot for him, and they end up becoming a couple. And this is part of this is actually from one of the comics. And so as you can see, they're dancing together. And this pick is called just Batman and Catwoman, and it is you can either play it at 75 points or 35 points. And yeah, so it also too, it has 3 range. So it's got 3 range, like it can, the target range is 3 on that. And so now let's also take a look at the card. So on this one side, it has it's got a lot of keywords, so that can be kind of nice. Okay, so it's got the Batman family keyword, Gotham City Underworld, detective, and martial artist. And of course, for the real name, it says real name is Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle. Now there's a couple of special powers. Okay, so these ones are powers that you don't necessarily need to do an action for, that kind of thing. And one of these is a wedding party of 2, and that special power has sidestep and combat reflexes. Opposing characters within 6 squares and line of fire can't use sidestep. So you can use sidestep yourself as this dual figure. However, if there's any other opposing characters that are people you're playing against that are within 6 squares, they can't use sidestep themselves. So sidestep is like when you move 2 squares, you're free, right? Like, so boom, boom. So, and if you look at the dial, then the flight for this click that I'm on right now, click number 2, it has 9 movements. So that doesn't include the sidestep. So you could do 2 sidestep, like 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. And then afterwards, you can do your other movement if you wanted to. And also to another power that's here is on a rooftop in southern Gotham. Batman and Catwoman can't be targeted by opposing characters occupying a square on a lower elevation. So say for example, right? Like this one here, actually, I think everything's on the same level except for maybe this area here, right? But if you were, say for example, if you were on a tower and then you were in a parking lot, and some of the figures were up on the parking garage and others were down lower. If the others were in a lower elevation, you couldn't end up being, so that means that that they cannot be targeted by an opposing character, say if they're on a higher elevation than them. So that's kind of cool. And another power that it has is the damage power, Bat and Cat. Outwit, probability control. Free, if Batman and Catwoman occupy a hindering terrain, like here, right? See, this is the hindering, the green there. So it says here, if Batman and Catwoman occupy a hindering terrain, they may use outwit and probability control an additional time this turn. So if you've already used it, you can use it again. So say if you're rolling, right? Okay, this here is a 6, and then that's a 1, right? So some of the dice, they have a special symbol. And so say if I roll and that would actually hit pretty much any time with what I just got there, right? But say, for example, if I end up getting double 1s, which would end up being which I would have to take a click of damage myself or something like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prod that. I could go again, boom. And okay, now I got double sixes, so this would actually be penetrating damage if I attacked someone with that, right? But say if I got another low dice and say another low dice roll, and I ended up missing a second time, I can be like, oh yeah, I want to prod that again. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And the other powers we have are we met on a boat, charge. So charge would be like, right? And then we met on the street, flurry. And then one of the attack powers that I have, like the fist, it's bat, quake. And then with Catwoman, it says cat, blades, claws, and fangs. And so blades, claws, and fangs is kind of cool because it's not just the damage on the click. So right now on this click it would be 3 damage, right? But with blades, claws, and fangs, you roll. See if you already rolled to see if you can do that, right? But then you would roll for 1 dice. I usually like using a small 1d, so I roll for that, and that's only 2 damage on top of that kind of thing, right? But you could get up to 6, right? So that means that you could actually do more damage than just the printed 3 damage there. And then of course, say if I end up getting 3 damage, 1, 2, but actually this click was actually already clicked a bit. But yeah, so and fun things with clicks is that you can actually do a theme team, and then you can actually you can choose map or that kind of thing, right? And anyways, another power that this click has is we are never alone, willpower. And another power here with the defense is in all your costumes, I can always see your eyes, because Selena, with her mask, you can see her eyes still, right? It's only above the eyes and below, right? So you can still see her eyes, and so it's kind of showing like that she's not afraid to show who she is, and then if people know her eyes, they know her for real, they would know it's her, right? And another power that is on this click is perfectly prepared, like a cat purr, you know, and that's exploit weakness. So I want to show you the back of the card too. So this click, it has a couple of team abilities. It's got the Batman ally team ability, which gives you stealth, and it's also got Batman enemy. When this character makes an attack, you may replace its value with a printed attack value of an adjacent friendly character that can use this team ability. So that would be kind of good if you're doing, if you have a team which has a bunch of other clicks with that same team ability. And then, then you can actually change and maybe use another value, and maybe that might be a higher powered click, right? So that's kind of cool. And again, thank you so much, Emily, for this click. I really appreciate it. I will definitely be using it in some of my games. Let me know if you've seen this click yourself or if you've played Heroclix, and if you haven't yet, it's a really fun game to get into, and I highly recommend it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye, guys.